Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the KSP Motivation channel. So around June of this year, I decided to quit my job and went full time on Amazon, and that's what I've been doing since then. I've been steadily growing each month. As you can see, I'm gonna put the graph right here. Last month I made my first 10K in sales, and I think I've gotten it at this point. Like, I understand it, right? So we're growing and I'm happy about that. But today's video is on a whole different subject. We are going to talk about the 4 ways of selling on Amazon. Now, when selling on Amazon, there are multiple business strategies, right? And most people think, or they're turned off by the idea because they'll hear that somebody started selling on Amazon. They spent a lot of thousands of dollars trying to get a product from Alibaba or from China or wherever they get it from, and then they end up trying to sell it on Amazon. It fails, and then they're stuck with a bunch of products in their garage. Now, that is what most people think, or they may think that's the only way to sell on Amazon, but that is not the only way. And as a matter of fact, that model does exist, but it's a little bit way riskier, and I don't think it's the best way to start out. So yeah, today I'm gonna make you guys aware of the 4 different ways you can sell on Amazon, or the 4 most popular ways of selling on Amazon, because there are other ways besides these 4, but these are the 4 main popular ones that if anybody's making money or a lot of money on Amazon, they should fall within one of these 4 categories, right? We're gonna start with the one that everybody knows, private label. So every time somebody thinks about selling on Amazon, they generally think people are talking about private label, right? What is private label? Private label is pretty much you building a brand. So building a brand takes a lot of work, because when you choose a private label model, you are basically creating a whole product from scratch. Or it doesn't even have to be from scratch. You could be taking another product idea that you see and just making it better and remarketing it to get it sold, right? The thing about private label is that it has a high startup cost, right? You're going to actually go out and source the products that you want to sell, right? Starting off, you have a lot of money to spend, right? So in designing the product, you have to have money to, first of all, buy and get samples for it. Also, you have to have additional money to make customizations to the product. Shipping to the US is gonna charge you more. A lot of the manufacturers that you're working with will be overseas, and typically they want a minimum amount ordered, right? So technically they generally want you to do at least a few hundred or 50 units of the product. So that means you're gonna be buying in bulk. Even after you get the product to the US, you have to pay marketing on Amazon. If you're on other platforms, you could grow the brand. It's a brand, so you could have an Instagram account where you're promoting the brand itself. It's a lot. It's very complicated, but highly rewarding. If you do score with the successful products, your margins are generally larger than the other models. So it's a high reward, high risk model, right? You have to know what you're doing. It's very profitable, but it requires a lot of learning to start off with. So private label, you're creating your own brand and putting it on Amazon, and once it grows to a big business, you make lots of money, you have good margins. Then you can sell that product to another company if you want to exit out that way, or you could just keep growing the brand if you want. You move on to other platforms such as Shopify, you get off the Amazon platform, and you just continue growing your brand as big and large as you want, right? Or, like, even after selling, you could go ahead and start another product. It's up to you. That's private label. Now, the next one, retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage is generally safer. I would say it is one of the best ways to start. It's a good way to start, right? So with retail arbitrage, you're basically going from stores, local stores, Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, and what you're doing is generally you'll install apps. Most people tend to use the Amazon seller app itself on your phone, and you go to the store, you scan the products and see the difference between what it's selling for in store and what it is selling on Amazon. If there's a good margin, good difference after subtracting off fees and everything, then you go ahead, you buy the product, get home, you package it and send it to the Amazon warehouse, where they're gonna, FDA, they're gonna prep it, not prep it, they're gonna package it and send to the customer. Once it's sell, they will handle the customer service. Or if you want to do FBM, fulfilled by merchant, you just keep the product at home after you purchase it, and when you sell it on Amazon, when it gets sold on Amazon, you just package it yourself and send it to the customer. Yeah, it's very low cost. That's one good thing about it. Very low cost. So generally you can start with less than 200, 300, 400, 500, right? You can start very little and friendly for learning. What I mean by that is, if you make a mistake, you buy the wrong product. First of all, when you are buying the products, you could buy test batches where you can buy a few amount of the products, right? Let's say you see these vitamins on sale at Walmart, and for $5 at Walmart, and they're selling for $20 on Amazon, but you're not sure, you could go ahead and buy 5 of them, right? You send them to Amazon, and if they sell, great. You have concept that this is a good product. Now you could go back and buy 10, 15, 20 more. You could increase the quantity that you buy. So it's very friendly to fail. So if you fail, you won't get hurt badly, right? You could gradually increase as the business grows. Month by month, you'll start racking more money to grow the business. Another good thing about it is that you won't have to do much marketing, because what you're doing is basically finding products that are already selling well on Amazon. You just throw it as an additional to the product listings that you see, right? That's retail arbitrage. One con to it is that you are going to be driving a lot of gas, since it's retail. You're driving from one store to the other store to buy products. You're going to be spending a lot of time scanning aisles. Some people don't enjoy doing that, and some people are just not comfortable doing it. So that's something to think about if you're going to do that model. A good place to source is clearance aisles, right? Well, the good thing is that you can find very good margins, right? But the bad thing is that sometimes you will find this product on sale on clearance, but then again, once it sells out, you can't go back if it's sold out. Like they don't have any more clearance to restock. So it's kind of like one-off products in a sense, right? You can also even go to thrift stores and stuff, but those places you're just gonna be buying one of the one-time purchase, right? So that's kind of the downsides to it, but it does work, right? It does work. You just need time and patience, and it's very time consuming, right? So yeah, that's retail arbitrage. The next one here is online arbitrage, which I'm not going to repeat all of what I just said, but it's essentially the same thing as retail arbitrage, but you're doing it online. So instead of going to stores and driving around, you get to just stay on the computer. There's special software that you could use to compare prices, and that will even scan while you sleep, while you're away on vacation, or whatever you're doing. It'll scan websites for you for sales, and you just come back, and then you'll have a list of products to choose from. You go through them, whichever meets your requirements, you just order them and have them shipped to your house. So one good thing about that is that you do save a lot of time, you save a lot of money on gas, and one very great thing about it is it tends to be very scalable, right? And that's because when you find something online, you could always, as long as it doesn't run out or the person who's selling it doesn't stop selling it, you could generally always come back and purchase more of it after it sells out over and over and over, right? Well, that is the goal when you're doing this model. That would be the goal, right? I mean, you can go for certain products that are on sale for one time, but generally, even if they're on sale for one time, they'll be on sale at another date, from what I noticed. So month to month, these stores have sales, and you could generally get repeat products at better prices, sometimes a little less margin, but so you could make it work, right? But this is the model that I am doing right now, and I started doing since the beginning. Well, since I got back to selling online late last year, right, on Amazon. The last one I'm gonna bring up here, the fourth and final one, is gonna be wholesale. The wholesale business model is generally same as retail and online arbitrage, but the thing is, with wholesale, you're not going to stores. you're going directly to the manufacturer, the person producing the products, and get permission to sell their product on Amazon. And once you do so, you can buy repeat products at great quantity. For example, let's say you get a wholesale deal with Ali to sell their products. You can go ahead and now be able to get them at a wholesale price from the manufacturer and put them on Amazon, and you could get a large quantity, 100, 200, 300, you know, whatever the quantity limits are that they have. You just go off that, and then you could stay stocked for multiple months of that product, and you just could grow tremendously. A lot of people scale tremendously using wholesale. So wholesale is very, very, very good for scaling. You just have to be able to find wholesale accounts and get a contract with them to be able to sell their products, which I haven't gotten to that part yet, but sub to the channel. And as I'm looking to actually get into that. And once I do, I'll be glad to share what I learned in my whole journey with you guys. So yeah, that's about it right now. So these are the 4 main business models on Amazon, and this is, if anyone is making a lot of money on Amazon, these are generally the 4 models that they'll fall into. Like I said, I would recommend everybody, if you're new to Amazon, you jump into the online arbitrage model or retail arbitrage, but I would prefer online arbitrage because at the time it saves you and you don't have to go to the store if you're awkward or if you don't feel comfortable scanning products in front of a whole bunch of people. Plus you get to use software to automate the whole process for you and help you leverage your time more efficiently. So that's about it, guys. I hope you guys got a lot from this video. I'm looking to actually provide a lot of information on this channel, but it is kind of tough for me to balance building the business and growing the brand at the same time, but I am doing my best. I'm starting to do shorts. If I can't do a video, I'll do a short just to update you guys on the progress and how it's going. But if you stayed tuned for the whole video and got to the end, I really appreciate your time and hope you guys learned a lot from this. Sub to the channel if you want more content like this, and that's about it, guys. Peace out, be easy, be breezy, and